In this video, I'm playing a 5-point match against XG and analyzing it. Thank you for joining me. I hope you enjoy this video. Please like and subscribe, and you'll be notified every time I upload a new video. Let me know what you think in the comments below, what you'd like to see in future videos, so I can work on that. I appreciate your super thanks. These small donations help me continue to create the high-quality content that you enjoy. And now with our new membership feature, you can get exclusive access to the most popular videos. My book, Backgammon, Backgammon Strategies, is available. There's a link in the description to where you can get it. And if you're interested in lessons, please contact me via email. My email address is in the description. So again, I'm playing a 5-point match against XG on a beautiful FTH board, black and orange. The XG board is made by Rain. There's a link in the description to where you can get them. I'm playing the black checkers at the bottom, XG the orange checkers at the top, opening 3-1. Just make the 3-point, and against the 3-1 with the 6-4 you run, but against the 4-2, 5-3, or 6-4 point, you want to make the point. Okay, double 4, that's a great roll. Standard default play in the early game is 2 up, 2 down, make the 20 point. That's the best anchor you can have in the opponent's inner board, and bringing 2 more checkers into the zone, having spares on the 9.4 attacking options. 5-4, okay. So now I'm up by 1 pip. I do have 2 checkers back to 1 checker back. I have a 2-point board against a 1-point board. I think the race is still close enough that it's not a double. Although anytime you have both 5 points, the 5-point and the 20-point, you should at least consider it. Okay, 4-3. Okay, just play safe here. 6-1. So now I can make this point. It does leave the 1 shot, but I don't want to run off the anchor. 5-3. Okay, comes up. Now I do have some attacking options, but I have some work to do with all these blots here. Don't know if it's a double quite yet. The race is close. Do have some threats. So what are the rolls? Like 3-2, 4-2, 5-2. 4-3 will break the point, and so will 5-4. So not ideal. What else? Double 6s. Double 5s is good. Double 3s are good. And so it might be enough for a double. Probably a comfortable take. 3-2. Okay, so I'll have to break the bar point. 4-2. Double 5. So I'm going to hit, and then I'm going to make the next point. 4-2 comes in and hits. Now there are not a lot of return shots, so I'll just try to come out. 6-3 hits. Okay, 2-1. I'm able to hit back. Okay, now I have the stronger board, hoping to take advantage of that. Now I can hit with 5s here, and 5s are duplicated there. 4-3. No, this does not hit from here, so I'll have to hit loose here. Okay, now there's the 5 and the 4. I'm going to come up here. This is my only 6, and I'll just continue. Gives me double 4 to close the board. Now I'm looking for a 5. No, double 6. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's forced. All right. 6-5 is forced. Now a 2 will hit with the 5. That's a good roll. Come in with the 2 and hit with the 5. All right, 6-5 is forced. Now I'm trying to go for the doubled gammon to get to the Crawford game. Okay, so here I can go 1, 2, 3, 4 and get 5 builders for the 2-point. Double 6 does leave a double shot. What else? 1, 2, 3, 4. No, that doesn't do it. I think I'll have to pay off the double 6, and double 5 is okay. 6-5 is okay. Okay. 5-2. I'm going to make the board. Now with 1 checker back, I'm going to pair off relatively aggressively, but I don't have to be too aggressive right now. Very likely to win a gammon unless I get hit here. If I do, okay. 6-4 is a great roll. Okay, with the bad roll, I might be able to get a backgammon. So the 3-2 is forced. It gives them good ones from the bar. 4-2, no. Now, if I roll something good, all right, that duplicates the 3s that enter. 4-3 does hit. Okay. 5-3 is forced. Okay, it's trying to hit, so that's a forced play. Double 5 hits. Okay, 5-3. Good roll. Good roll. Okay. Double 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. It's completely forced. Now 3's hit, but 3's are required to come in. Double 5 misses. Now double 6 would be nice. 6, and I'll have to just lift. 6-1 saves the backgammon. All right. 5-1 is the Crawford game, so don't need to worry about losing the gammon. This is the best play at DMP. Try to play like DMP. 5-1, and then I think you have to make this play like this. An article one time Paul Weber wrote called the naked ace point. Gains on those kinds of rolls. Okay, 5-4. 3-1 is gonna hit. 4-2. Okay, so now redistributing a spare to the 6 point is really key. It's really nice to have this spare here. Makes the point on head. 4-3, I'm able to come out. 6-5 hits. 6-1 comes back and hits. 5-2. Okay, 2-1, I'm just going to safety. Try to bring things home safely. 4-2, I can make this point, or I can make this point. This does equalize the board strengths. What am I going to do next? Let's see what I have here. I'm looking at what I'm trying to do. I'm just trying to come home in the race. I'm ahead in the race, so my next objective is going to be breaking this 15 points. This way it's harder to break that point. This way it's easier. Though this does make the point, make the innerboard point. It strips these 2 points. I think I like this one better. 4-1. Okay, I'm able to point on head. Does give good sixes from the bar. Doesn't get it. Okay, 5-3. I think I'm just going to have to play safe. 4-1. Okay, double 4. So I can hit and make the 4 point. That's nice. This is going to be an interesting one. So I can hit and come down. This is good, but then what? I'm going to have to make a point. I can also do this. If I hit and make the point, my position is rather stripped. These are a little bit stranded, and it's going to be hard to get them home, especially with this contact. To be able to pop out. Is it possible that this is best? Or what about like this? This is really nice because I can bring things home. This will be a good one to analyze. This one does create a nice robust position with spares here. However, if I roll things like 5-2, 6-3, those aren't good. 4-1. Maybe just like this. I don't know. This will be a good one to analyze. Double 4 again. Okay, so that's good. Now I can come here and I can try to make that point. Or when I come here, now this one's going to be blocked by 6s, so I'm going to clear that one for now. All right. 5-4 is a good roll. I'm able to attack that back checker. Okay. Now 6-5. Okay, so this does leave 5-3 and 5-4. Doesn't get it. Now I need 2s, 3s, and 4s. Okay. Don't get it. Okay, so I'm just going to play safe here. It does leave things odd, doesn't it? That's no good. Guess I'll have to. It pays off the double 5s, double 6s. Double 4 is good. And that should be gin. Now I'll analyze it. Go through each of the plays. You know, people like the arrows, so we're going to show the arrows here. The 3-1, simply to make the point. The double four was great. 2 up, 2 down, resulted in this position. Have both 5 points, extra checkers in the zone. That's really nice. And then the 4-3, it just had to play safe. Didn't want to play anything fancy. And the 6-1 was just making the bar point. It does leave that 7 shot. Here, this was not a double. I did have a lot of attacking options. The race was close. This is the position, and this is the dice distribution analysis. So this is the partial market losing first rolls. So these are the rolls that I can roll next that lose the market. So the equity is 1 or greater. If it's less than 1, the color of the cell is white. If it's 1 or greater, it's green. The higher the value, the darker the green. So double 2s and double 3s, double 5s and double 6s. So let's look at this and see how they play here. So if I don't double and then I have a double 2 to play, this is what happens. Hit and make the point and bring 1 down, resulting in this position. That's a strong position. Double 3s are also very good. That's like this, resulting in this position. 4-point board, the barrel, and then double 5s and double 6s. Double 5 is played like this, resulting in this position. Nice solid 5 prime and double 6. Like this. Nice position. It looks like those other rolls, like the 3-2 is not huge, or 4-2. 4-2 is good. Okay, so these are graphed. So there are some market losing sequences. It looks like you don't lose your market by a lot, but there's a lot of volatility because there's a lot of bad rolls that kind of counterbalance it. This is how they're played. And then the second rolls, there are no really bad rolls for the opponent next that would cause me to lose my market. And these are the market losing sequences. So it's really only the double 2s, double 3s, some of the double 4s, the double 5s, and the double 6s. This is a table of the possible market losing sequences. This displays the equity after a 2-roll sequence in each of the 1,296 possibilities. My next rolls are at the top with an average at the bottom, and then the opponent's next rolls are on the left with an average on the right. So for example, the first cell represents the equity after I roll a double 1 and the opponent rolls a double 1, and the equity is here. The numbers are not in here because they would be too small to read, but they can be added. The way the color coding is done here is if the equity is less than 1, it is red because it is a non-market losing sequence, irrelevant of how much less than 1 it is. If the equity is 1 or greater, the color will be white to green. The darker the green, the more you lose the market by. So there's some rolls that, some sequences that lose the market by a lot, but there are a lot of them that don't lose them by a lot. So that's the idea. This is the opponent's equity heat map. Green is good for the opponent. Red is bad for the opponent. These are the joker sequences. So again, the double 2s, the double 3s, some of the double 4s, the double 5s, and double 6s. And these are the anti-joker sequences. Okay, so what I like to do, as viewers who watch my channel know, is I try to adjust the position to see what would make it a double. So the race is close. What if the race were not as close? So now I have a 7-pip lead in the race. That makes it close. What if it's even more? Now things are stripped here. Now it's a double. Okay, so what was the original position? Like here? All right, what if I had spares here? That gives me some more good numbers. Now it's almost a double. If I do it like this, now there's a lot of good numbers, but it's still a take. It takes a lot to make it into a pass, doesn't it? Now it's almost a pass. And what if I had this? Now I already have a solid 4 prime and the back is slotted. Okay. Then the other things I do is look at it for money. For money, probably not a double, but it's closer. All right, now let's look at different match scores. So if I'm behind 5 away, 4 away, as a trailer, I want to double more aggressively, but still not yet. What about a 5 away, 3 away? Now it's close. And at 5 away, 2 away, one of the things that happens is you kill the opponent's gammon. So looking at this, I'm winning 61% of the time with 18% gammons and losing 40% of the time. That's a lot with only 5% gammon. So killing the gammons is not a huge thing here, but now this is a small double. What if I'm at 4 away and then the opponent's at 5 away? Now the leader wants to double more aggressively than the trailer. So now it becomes closer, but still not quite a double. If it's at 4 away, 4 away, still kind of the same idea. No double. If you're 4 away, 3 away, okay, so now this might be, yeah, this is a double. Now because you can use all your gammons perfectly. Doubled gammon wins the match. If you're at 3 away, 2 away, that doesn't really happen. So it's still a double, however. Okay. Now what about a 4 away, 2 away? Now it's almost a pass. You have to be careful. What if you're leading 3 away, 5 away? 3 away, 5 away is certainly not going to be a double here. Same with 3 away, 4 away. Not going to be a double. Blunder to double. At 3 away, 3 away, you want to double a little bit more aggressively because a win on a 2 cube gets you to the Crawford game, but still not a double. And 3 away, 2 away, we saw already. And at the 2 away scores, you really don't want to double here. All right. So moving on, the 3-2 was a good roll. Then the double 5. Okay, so what did it like? It liked doing this, resulting in this position. Mine resulted in this position. Okay, so mine wins more gammons, which is good at this score, but not enough games. So I do Control-Alt-Q, K for cube information. The gammon value on a 2 cube at 5 away, 5 away is 0.655, which is higher than money because a double gammon gets you to the Crawford game. So you don't necessarily need twice as many losses to justify a gammon. Let's see, it's almost 7%, 6.3% more, but it's 4.5% more losses. This is the resulting position after the top play. This is the resulting position after my play. Obviously, with a 4-point board, there's an increased chance that orange is going to dance here. There's 16 numbers that dance versus 9 numbers that dance here. So more the opponent dances, the more likely it is that I'm going to win a gammon. However, what happens is these checkers may get stuck. So anytime you want to think about why a move is better versus another one, think about how the next rolls play, because that's what it's about. How do the next rolls play for the opponent and then for you? So that's why the dice distribution tool is handy. So this is after the top play. Afterwards, 3s come in, 2s hit regardless, but 3s are better. But at the same time, you'll have better rolls to come out, and this is what happens after. So here there are 4s to cover. Here 4s and 6s cover. Okay. This is the dice distribution for the top play on the upper left, the second play on the upper right. This is how all of the opponent's next rolls play. For example, double 1, double 2, 1, 3, 1, 4, 1, and so forth, with an average on the right. And this is the same thing for the second play. Green is good, red is bad. You see there's more green here because they're the more dancing numbers. These are the differences. So this one is the difference between the two corresponding cells in the two graphs. The double 3 is much worse, but other rolls like 6-2 and 6-1 make up for it. So let's say we make the top play and then he rolls a 6-2 or 6-1, bad from the bar. It's going to have to break something. But over here, 6-2 and 6-1, okay, so it can come in and come out. Those are big. And then let's see the next rolls. Here, for me, next, double 3 and 6-5 and 6-3 play well. So here, double 3 is great because it closes the board. It makes the 3-point and the 2-point. Whereas here, it doesn't, and these ones get stuck. Yes. Over the other one, 6-5. Okay, so 6 I can cover, and 5 I can come down. Whereas here, I can't cover. And the other one was 6-3. So after this, with the 6-3, I can cover. But here, I can't cover and it becomes awkward. So it's the follow-up, too. You see, there are more numbers to cover here. That's what you want to do. That's how I learned using the dice distribution. Okay? Then 6-4 was just coming out. And then that was a good roll for me. With the 4-3, I just had to hit here. And then what was next? Covering. Looks like it liked hitting. Okay, so what happens when you hit here is you get a second checker back. You don't cover, but you're able to start escaping your back checker. So that's important here. Okay, with the 6-4, just come out. Double 6 was completely forced, and the 6-5 was as well. The 5-2 was a good roll because I was able to come in and hit back. And then the 6-5 was forced. The double 1, okay, so it liked this one. That's what I was thinking. The double 6s will play bad. 7-3 was better, resulting in this position. Here, double 6s leaves a single shot next. Okay. Then the 5-2 closed the board, and there was nothing else here. So then it was the Crawford game. 5-1. So it looks like these two were close. The double 5. Okay, so what did it like? Just coming around and hitting. Yeah, sometimes you think about other things and you don't even see the right play. This one's clear. It is nice to put a checker on the bar and make a second board point. You really want to fight for that. The key points in your board. Okay, the 5-4 was just running. That double 5 was pretty big oversight. Anyway, with a 3-1, just go and hit there. Okay. 4-2 come in and redistribute the spare checker. 4-3 comes out. 6-1 was a good roll. I was able to hit. And then the 2-1, I was able to safety that blot. 4-2. Okay, so this was the interesting play. It looks like these two plays were close. So this is the top play, and this is the resulting position after the top play. And this is after my play. So let's look at the dice distribution. Again, same thing. This is after the top play, and this is after my play. A lot of these rolls play better. Not a huge amount better, but overall better. Double 6 is the only one that's like really bad. The follow-ups, the 6-3, 5-4, double 5, that's the one. That's what we were trying to look at. Okay, so here 6-3 and 5-4 come here, whereas after this 6-3 and 5-4 leave a blot. Okay, and then the double 5 after this, it's nice. This one, it's nice because you bring 3 down, whereas over here it's a little bit awkward. Okay, so sometimes it's the second roll that makes it important. I thought this might be easier to clear, but you have to think about all the numbers. Okay, then the 4-1 was good. I was able to make the bar point on head. And 5-3, I just had to play safe. Okay, so this was the right idea. Okay, so this is the one I was looking at. Hitting, which is the first thing you see, is not the right idea. And this one also was not the right idea. It does try to bring things home. It hits a checker. Don't want him to anchor, and I want to just bring things home. When I bring the 2 checkers to the 11 point, that just creates another problem. When it's 6 away from the anchor, it's difficult to clear. So what I did was this, like this. This makes a nice structure. The 15-7 twice was the second play. This is the other one that I was considering. Once you start practicing these things, start coming to you a lot better. That's one of the things I've noticed with more and more practice like this. Just the top plays seem to come to the top of your mind first, as opposed to uh, the things you just see naturally, just hitting and making the board points. Then the next double four was good. That was a lot more clear. The 5-4 was good because I can point on head, just knocks off the checker, it moves him forward for a little bit. With the 6-5, I made the point. And then the 5-4, I just needed to play safe. The double four was good, and the 6-4 was clearing, and that was it. So that was the match. That was a good match. It was interesting. There's always something new to learn. I always look at the positions. Again, when I play a match, if I'm trying to learn, I need to study and analyze every single move. It's one thing to play just for fun, and if you're playing for fun, then that's fine. It is fun, but if you're trying to improve, this is what you want to do. If you don't analyze a match, it's a wasted opportunity to learn. So you look at your errors, look at the errors as an opportunity to learn. So look at every single move, not just the errors. You want to look at the other moves that you did get right as well. So when I do make an error, when I'm not sure, I look at the dice distribution. I think about how the next rolls play for myself, for the opponent, for both players, and same with the doubling decision. So every doubling decision, I always look at the dice distribution, think about what the market losers are, what the non-market losers are, modify the position to see what changes I can make to make it a double or make it a no double or make it a take versus a pass and things like this. When you do these things over and over throughout many, many different positions, you get a full complement of reference positions in your mind, and it helps you understand and it helps you be able to analyze a position and determine when it's correct to double or not, or when it's correct to take or not, as well as changing the score. That will help a lot with match strategy because at different scores, you're going to want to double more aggressively or less aggressively based on the score, based on what you will get to if you win or lose or a gammon and so forth. And same with the opponent. So that was a 5-point match against XG. Thank you for joining me. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please like and subscribe, and you'll be notified every time I upload a new video. Let me know what you think in the comments below and what you'd like to see in future videos so I can work on that. I appreciate your super thanks. These small donations help me continue to create the high-quality content that you enjoy. And now, with the new membership feature, you can get exclusive access to the most popular videos. My book, Backgammon, Backgammon Strategies, is available. There's a link in the description to where you can get it. And if you're interested in lessons, please contact me via email. My email address is in the description. I look forward to seeing everyone in future videos. And until then, keep rolling your dice.